this. So really excited to actually get to provide a little bit of commentary here, actually get to have a little bit of live feedback, quote unquote live feedback, and just actually see how well this goes, and excited to hopefully do this a little more in the future as well. So it looks like leading off here we have on Mr. President's side we have leftovers on this alchemy, Corsola carrying Eviolite.
Aguavaberry.
Yeah, sure, man.
Aguavaberry.
Aguavaberry on this Appleton, Life Orb Vikavolt, Assault Vest, Seismitoad, and Rocky Helmet, Mr. Rhyme. Not entirely sure what we have on the other side. If you want to go ahead and start this
run through.
And actually get to see a little bit of this match. It's gonna bother me.
Well, it's not gonna help it.
It helps me.
Whatever. There we go. Okay, so looking at the team, looks like
this is pretty hard trick room team.
Like, I would say hard is like subjective here because it's just like one trick room setter.
That's the biggest problem. It wants to be a trick room team, but with only having access to one setter, it makes it less likely that you get to do the trick room thing consistently.
Yeah.
So it looks like we're gonna lead on Mr. Rhyme and Corsola, having Alchemy and Seismitoad. We're thinking about it. So it looks like over on Sweet Side we have, it looks like pretty hard.
Just hard, fast, ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, it looks like we're just going to Blizzard spam people with that Vanillux and the Inteleon. Possible Slush Rush on the Beartick. I know we saw the Braviary, Persian, and Arcanine here as well. Just really, really good support mons for what we're trying to do.
Yep. So getting into game one here, we know that Mr. President is going to try to do Trick Room setup, but we don't know exactly what Sweet is going to do. It looks like we're leading a Lowland Persian and Beartick. So Fake Out plus just really heavy-handed damage probably.
So I would be expecting a Fake Out coming from the Persian. We could also see... I don't anticipate a parting shot, just because we're like both of the mons that are on the other side. Neither of them are really high damage producing mons, so there's really no need to actually parting shot away and get some stat drops on them. So you could see Fake Out. We could see something like Snarl just to start spreading damage. I'm not entirely sure what else we have access to. Looks like we have a taunt going into the Corsola here.
That means Corsola's not going to be able to do its normal shenanigans.
And Rockslide missing the Mr. Rhyme, which is really what we wanted to get the damage off onto.
Yeah.
Picking up the Curse Body ability there, so it's going to disable that Rockslide. And it looks like we're Life Orb on the Beartick. And because we weren't... not enough pressure was applied to this Mr. Rhyme, so we're going to go into Trick Room here. So, looks like we're going to Foul Play into the Beartick, which is really going to do a lot of damage if this actually gets to go off.
Yeah.
Just because Beartick usually is max attack.
Yeah.
So being able to just use it as an attack stat for this attack is going to be a lot of damage if we can actually pick it up.
It's looking like we're going to swap Corsola in for one of our abusers here in Seismitoad, which... This is an Assault Vest Seismitoad with some pretty decent coverage with Drain Punch and Poison Jab.
Earthquake and Liquidation? Okay. I assumed it was. I assumed Liquidation over, like, Waterfall in the last slot.
So the Beartick got off of Protect, so the Foul Play actually does nothing, and then the Snarl doesn't mean a whole lot because they're both physical attackers, technically.
Yeah, well... In a sense, like the Foul Play is going to use their attack, so we don't really care about either of our attack stats getting dropped here. So it looks like we're just going to try for the same thing of just Foul Playing into that.
Nope.
Okay, never mind. I take back. Looks like we're going to just try to switch into this Alchemy, go for a Drain Punch in the Beartick. I think this is really smart. is trying to pick up the KO on the spare tick, try to get rid of it before it actually gets to apply pressure like it wants to.
Exactly. Yeah.
So being able to deal with it appropriately means that like we're going to be up them on. Gonna see the icicle crash come in and actually miss, which is really big for us.
Notably, icicle crash makes you go last in the turn, so it makes you go first at a trick room.
Interesting.
Snarl goes off again.
Gonna see another snarl, just picking up a little bit more chip damage, which is actually, and more importantly, the stat drop here in the alchemy is actually really important because like alchemy is going to be a really good way to be able to do this Persian, because we don't really have any other super effective hits that can deal with it outside of like hitting it through its fur coat, which just makes its defense stat that much better. So it looks like we are going to go for a drain punch into the Persian after we decorate it. There doesn't seem to be anything on the other side that would be able to punish this outside of taunt from Persian that we already know about. So I'm actually surprised to see us going for a decorate in front of a taunt user.
Maybe the thinking there is I need to decorate to make sure I get through the fur coat.
I mean,
and it's not a prankster taunt; it's a trick room.
True, so but even still, just like the taunt itself is like, wow, that's a lot of damage.
It's icicle crash, man.
It does a lot, and rightfully so. So we are going to see the flinch, unfortunately, from that, meaning that this drain punch isn't going to do as much as we really wanted it to. And I understand the reasoning behind it. Like, if we get the decorate off, that means this Persian most likely is going to go down to the drain punch. But I think that with how much damage we had already done to the bear tick, I think it's correct to just go for the KO there, get the knockout, be up a mon, be up 4-3. Even if alchemy is on the verge of a knockout itself, like we still are up a mon and we're pressing our advantage. So looks like we're gonna be switching out into Vanillux here, gonna get that hail going.
Snow shenanigans.
And we're gonna see a little bit of chip damage come from the hail all around.
Looks like leftovers is gonna just negate the hail on that alchemy. Beartrick's no longer disabled, so Rock Slide is now a move that we can use again.
Which I don't think we really want to go for here, just because like Seismitoad is going to resist it, and the alchemy seems to be the main target. So being able to do the spread damage doesn't seem ideal. I think we'd rather just go ahead and just try to pick up the KO into it.
Which isn't going to be allowed because we swap into Corsola again, and we're going to Dynamax now.
We're going to see a big frog coming our way.
Ribbit.
I didn't see what this frog is doing. I'm assuming
Max Knuckle, right?
I'm assuming we're drain punching into the bear tick. I'm assuming trying to just pick up the KO there.
That makes the most sense. Or like a good play would have been like maybe liquidation to get rid of the hail.
That's true. If we go for that, then Slush Rush goes away, and like it looks like Sweet is just going to try to stall out this last few turns of Trick Room, which I'm assuming we're getting really close. This should be
the last one or the second to last one.
And we do see the Max Knuckle go into the bear tick there. Unfortunately, because of the protect, not enough damage to actually get the knockout. But we are going to be able to get that attack boost onto the Seismitoad, and incidentally also the Corsola, not that it actually matters.
Yeah, Nightshade not being able to benefit from any kind of buff or debuff. So
looks like we're going to go for a Nightshade into this bear tick, try to just pick up the KO there. I'm not 100% sure on bear tick's attack stat, his HP stat, but that looks to be less than 50 HP.
Oh yeah,
if it's not, I am very impressed.
Right. Icicle Crash comes out again, taking advantage of the Trick Room into the Corsola, dealing a lot of damage there.
Thankfully, we have that Eviolite, but it still just does massive damage here. And we are going to get that Aurora Veil up, which doesn't negate the damage from the Nightshade, so we're still going to be able to pick up that KO. But it is going to prevent some of this damage from the Max Knuckle, and unfortunately not to be able to get that Vanillux down to, assuming it's Focus Sash.
Yeah.
That being said, we do get the attack boost once again onto the Seismitoad, and hopefully that means the Seismitoad is set up to actually sweep.
Yeah.
Being +2 is going to be really hard to overcome here.
Yep.
And again, once again, we're going to see a little bit of chip damage come on from this hail onto the Seismitoad and the Corsola. And Swede is bringing in Braviary here. We don't have ice coverage on this Seismitoad, correct?
No.
We have Earthquake and Power Jab.
Yeah, Earthquake, Poison Jab. Nothing really to...
Poison Jab, correct. Sorry.
Nothing really to hit this Braviary super effectively.
I wasn't sure what we went for there. Was that a Max Geyser into the Braviary?
It looked like it.
Screen Cleaner taking off that Roar Veil. Very, very important here. And I'm assuming this is a real big bird trying to eat up a real big frog here.
Yep. Braviary trying to do the thing that
it's done historically.
Yep.
Like we're gonna see a real big bird here.
Max attack, probably max speed, and just try to hit people. Steel Spike.
What steel move does he get
Stealing.
to? That's correct. Yep. And because we went for the switch on the Corsola, we switch into Mr. Rhyme, who does not like seeing that steel move go into him. So gonna pick up the KO there, move it to 3-3 all.
Freeze dry into the Seismitoad is gonna do it.
Also gonna do a massive. Oh, that is critical. Picking up that very, very timely freeze has just swung this game from
kind of close,
real close to just unbeatable.
You're not getting thawed.
It's not quite Gen 1 freeze mechanics, but freezing always feels like the one status condition you just cannot overcome.
Notably, it's the last turn of Seismitoad's Dynamax, so it's just like, whatever now.
He's just going to sit there and be a real sad frog, man. So, I would be surprised. Yep, we are going to see the Strength Sap go into this Braviary, but because Trick Room has been over for quite a while now, it looks like the Braviary is going to be able to get its attack off into, I'm assuming, this Corsola first.
Yeah.
And most likely pick up the KO here.
And then that just leaves Alchemy in the back, and Alchemy goes down to the Steel Spike.
Yep. And Seismitoad doesn't really have any way of actually doing anything here, so I'd be very surprised not to see another Freeze Dry go into him and pick up the KO as well.
Yep.
So, unfortunately, it looks like this game is over for Mr. President. I'd be very surprised to be able to see an Alchemy sweep.
Yeah, this is a G-Max Alchemy, but we've already Dynamax, can't really abuse that.
Can't decorate ourselves. We're already at super low HP. The opposing mons both outspeed us. We're in a real bad position.
Fire off this Mystical Fire. Catch him on fire.
Bang, bang. Unfortunately, it's just not going to be enough.
No. Max Airstream comes out, and that is the end of the poor Alchemy.
I'm surprised to see the Max Airstream there and not just go for the preservation of information, just go for another Max Steel Spike.
You almost guaranteed a flying type move on your Braviary.
I mean, true. But just because it's almost guaranteed doesn't mean it is. So
I'd be very surprised if my Braviary that I'm wanting to Gigantamax doesn't have it.
Yeah. That's one of Braviary's primary abilities is just setting up speed control. May it be with Trick Room or may it be with...
Looks like we're going on to game 2 here.
Being able to set up speed with either Tailwind or Max Airstream itself is just really, really what this Braviary is looking to do. So
okay, so after what happened last time, what changes would you make here?
I think that being able to control the weather is critically important. So I think I like leading Seismitoad here. I'm not sure that being able to fire off a Decorate is actually where we want to be.
We're bringing the Vikavolt.
We're not bringing Trick Room
Mr.
at
Ryan,
all.
though.
We're not bringing Trick Room at all. So it looks like our mons are just going to be
too slow
to actually be able to handle this. The Vikavolt doesn't really get to handle anything either. Like, I'm assuming it has bug coverage for the Persian, but outside of that, like, it doesn't really get enough coverage to actually deal with these things.
Swede called this very correctly and brought the Arcanine out this time to intimidate both Seismitoad and Alchemy.
I'm assuming you're going for the decorate onto the Seismitoad.
100%.
I'm assuming we're gonna have. I'd be very surprised not to see a big frog here. Looks like we're just gonna go for a drain punch.
Yep. Fake out comes out, which is to be expected here.
We also know that the alchemy is slower than the Seismitoad because of Trick Room.
Yep.
So I don't actually like this play, if you want me to be honest. I think that it's really important that we are faster than what we're trying to set up on, so that you can get the setup before you deal your damage.
Yeah.
Looks like this leftovers is just going to be able to recover all that damage the fake out did, but the fake out has done what it needs to. It got rid of the decorate. We have the burn on the Seismitoad. It's basically shut down already.
Yeah.
So we're going to see a liquidation go into this Arcanine, try to pick up some decent damage. I'm assuming that was a decorated onto the Seismitoad.
It was a decorate again. Parting shot into alchemy to lower its special attack.
I'm surprised we don't see a taunt. Like, I feel like the one way Mr. President gets back into this game is to decorate.
Well, he hasn't actually ever seen decorate.
True.
He has never seen decorate come out of that alchemy yet.
I feel like it's just like that's the thing that alchemy does.
Well, like we just said for Braviary having a flying type move.
That's true. Get me with my own logic here.
So he hadn't seen the decorate, so he wasn't expecting it probably. But now we get the decorate off.
Are they speed tied?
It might be.
Because we've definitely seen
that's liquidation.
Alchemy go first in Trick Room, and here we see it going first normally. So I'm assuming this is
there's the same speed.
Yeah, that's really interesting and kind of unfortunate if you want me to be honest.
Oh, we bring out the big cake.
I don't know what this does.
So Max, whatever the nonsense is.
Yeah, G-Max Finale.
It heals you.
Interesting.
And it heals you guys.
Interesting. Unfortunately, we did get a parting shot into us, so that's not going to be a lot of damage coming off of it. Special
attack is still fairly high on base alchemy. So again, Gigantamax in the Braviary going to.
You want to see a real big bird?
Probably Steel Spike into this alchemy.
I'd be very surprised if we don't see a Steel Spike. Not only is it going to be able to pick up a lot of damage on this alchemy, it's also going to get you that special defense boost onto your Mons when we see the alchemy going, getting that Dynamax off as well here.
Yeah.
So being able to.
It's a big cake.
That is a real big cake. I've never noticed it has little hands up top.
Yeah, it's got little hands and it waves them around. It's cute.
I can't imagine we live this. Oh,
barely. We are bulky enough that we survive it on 46 HP. Defense goes up.
Oh, it's defense, not special defense. Quake is special defense?
Yeah. Ground types are special defense boosters.
Man, that just doesn't do anything. Yeah, I mean,
G-Max Finale into this Braviary.
I understand we were +2 attack, but we're also burned.
Yeah, so
it's neutral. It basically neutral.
Healed up Seismitoad though.
I mean, we are back at full. We do see the leftovers come in, get up a little more HP. I'd be very surprised not to see a max guard coming from this alchemy and trying to just do as much damage to this Braviary.
Stall out this turn.
Which is what looks like it's going to be doing. I would be... Was that a drain punch?
That is a drain punch into this Persian.
I just don't think Persian is the threat we care about right now.
We can't really hit this Braviary super effectively with anything either.
Which I guess is why we have the Vikavolt in the back.
That might be why.
It deals with Braviary. It deals with Inteleon on the others. Granted, we hadn't seen Inteleon yet, but is able to deal with it.
Here comes the Arcanine to get the double drop.
Yeah, so actually now we're back to neutral.
We're low. We're pretty much down. We're down to just burn again.
Yeah, we're at 0 on our stat boosts.
Yeah, but
we're burnt, so we're -2 essentially. And this drain punch is just not going to do anything because of that burn.
Yeah.
With the Intimidates coming off and this burn, it just, unfortunately, is not going to be enough to be able to get anything going.
Alchemy gets a little bit more health back from the leftovers, while Seismitoad just takes a little more damage from this burn. I don't know what we're thinking here. Just gonna try and
I would just G-Max Finale into the Braviary and hope it's good.
Go for the double guard. Yeah, that's the other thing.
I mean, it makes sense. It really does make sense. I think if we're gonna go for the double guard, I think I like just hitting Liquidation. Like the Braviary is immune to Earthquake, so like it doesn't.
Why
really do
are we hitting
here.
this Earthquake? Like now we're just damaging our own alchemy.
Hold on. Alright, now we're damaging our alchemy. So this is just a really bad turn of events for us.
Well, we can't damage alchemy if it's gone.
You got me. You got me, Carl. So we're gonna see another defense boost come into this Braviary. So the Braviary is plus 2 on defense, Arcanine is +1. The Seismitoad just has no attack because of this burn, and the 2 intimidates even after the Decorate goes off.
And all we got left is this Vikavolt.
Vikavolt and Corsola. Can't forget Corsola.
Oh,
it's not going to do a lot here. Today I learned that Vikavolt gets Flash Cannon.
There you go. Steel coverage. I don't know what we're going to coverage. Why we need steel coverage for? Maybe Rock type. That's about it.
Yep.
Hits an Ice type every once in a while. So what are we gonna do here?
I think it's just correct to go for this Will-O-Wisp and this Braviary. Just start getting some chip damage on it, and I guess we just Liquidation. Sure.
Try to get some health back. Just keep your health up. Oh, we're swapping.
Is this going to be into the Persian? It is.
Oh, okay.
So this is actually a really, really good play then. Gonna see the double switch. I don't understand switching out the Braviary. Like, it's set up to do everything you need it to.
That doesn't do a whole lot, but it's more than I expected.
True. We are gonna get to recover 8 HP. I'm sorry.
Oh, boy.
I don't want to misconstrue our data here.
So excited. Just 8 HP.
Are gonna pick up the burn on the Inteleon, which
doesn't mean a whole lot.
It breaks the sash if that's what it's carrying, but I'm assuming the sash is on Vanillix.
Yeah. But with that, we know all of Swede's Mons now.
Is Fur Coat doesn't make him immune to like Will-O-Wisp or something weird like that, right? Okay.
No.
Just making sure I'm not missing anything. It's not an ability we see a ton of.
Taunt comes out on the Corsola.
100% expected.
Yeah.
This Corsola is basically shut down
this
now.
This Corsola's just gone.
Is that a Dark Pulse?
That's Dark Pulse.
Okay. Again, not an animation I see a lot of, so just one I was not...
Oh, we're getting there. We're almost at half.
Ooh.
Chugga chugga choo choo. Getting that train a rolling.
For the record, we're taking more than what we're healing, so...
Yeah. So, now what? Now we just probably Nightshade into this Persian, right?
I think Nightshade's just our best bet. I think this Inteleon is just kind of here in the way. I don't think it's actually a big threat whatsoever, but evidently Mr. President disagrees. Just gonna say another.
I think
Dark
it's because
Pulse.
the Dark Pulse is in the Corsola all the time. We want Corsola to try and stay alive here.
You'll see a Snarl go off and pick up quite a bit of damage on that Corsola.
Special attack drop, which doesn't really matter on either of these Mons.
But it did notably hit on both. We are going to see that Drain Punch go into the Inteleon, and even a Mon that has just next to no defense, we're not doing any damage.
Yeah, we just have no attack left in this thing.
That being said, that Nightshade does significant damage.
Yeah, I think if you double an Inteleon here, you're in range to KO it.
It'd be real close.
You have to get both to hit it.
It'd be real close. I think it's correct.
Actually, yeah, no, I like this.
I actually really like this. I think it's correct to go for the Earthquake here.
Oh my god, we're going to do it again. We're going to be -3, -4.
Well, we're -1 technically right now. But we're also burnt, so that's basically an additional -2. So
we know Arcanine's coming, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so now
our attack is non-existent.
Yeah, we don't do anything now. This poor Seismitoad.
If we did it before, we definitely don't now.
But we're going to get the Earthquake off.
After our Corsola died, so we don't
damage our Corsola. If we get a crit
one time?
That did a lot of damage.
That actually did quite a lot, I'm not gonna lie. And that burn is like, that Inteleon is getting real low.
I don't think Inteleon can hit the Seismitoad unless it just wants to sit there and spam Dark Pulse.
It has to be choice. We haven't seen any other attack from it. I'd be very surprised if it's not choice specs.
Or they're going to be forced into it because Seismitoad's probably a water absorb.
Interesting. I could see...
This Vigavolt is just going to go down.
We know it has Life Orb, correct?
Vigavolt, yeah.
Does it have Levitate?
It does.
So we can just spam Earthquake here.
Yeah, we're going to hit Earthquake again.
And that is
hit Protect,
fine.
hit Earthquake, and
I don't even know if we need to hit Protect. I think it might
Arcanine is faster and can hit a Fire type attack into
yeah, that's smart.
They can double up into it. So it's not choice. It's not a choice item.
What did we see there?
Snipe Shot.
Okay.
It actually probably has to use Dark Pulse into the
Seismitoad to be able to deal any damage to it.
Oh, we got the Arcanine out of the way.
Okay. I couldn't tell. It looked real like we had just a sliver of health.
This is getting close.
This is a real close game now. And unfortunately, like, we were just never able to switch out the Seismitoad to reset its attack stat just to deal with the burn. But we are going to see that Braviary come back out. I think the real reason we are still in this game is because we switched out the Braviary.
Yep.
I think had it stayed in,
had Braviary just stayed put and actually went,
there was no way we could have done this.
Oh, we did.
that was an ice shard into that, wasn't it?
Yes, it is.
Uh-oh.
We dead. We so dead.
Oh,
bye, Vigavolt.
Bye.
We go to Drain Punch into this Braviary. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. I mean, granted,
doesn't Inteleon go down to burn here?
It'd be real close. I don't think it does. I don't think it goes down here. That's really high.
Oh, okay. Nope, not yet. Nope. Not quite. But we just get the Brave. We can just hit this Seismitoad with just about any attack, right? Mm-hmm. Just don't
and
snipe shot it.
Yeah, because we're Vest, unfortunately, we just don't have access to Protect. But Protect really wouldn't do anything here because it's a 3v1. Dark Pulse doesn't actually do a lot of damage
close
here.
combat. Yep, picks it up.
Yep. Close combat is going to be able to pick up the KO. And we see this match go 2-0 in Sweet's favor. Going to advance him into the 1-0 bracket for next week, where I am.
Yep.
I am not 100% sure. I can't remember who all plays who next week.
I know I am 0-1. I lost in like 3 or 4 minutes, and I am playing Tofu next week.
Who I ended up playing, and I'm just saying, man, I think our match was fantastic. I really do. I might
it's
be
also up on YouTube already.
I might be a little biased, but I think our match was great.
Yeah, I lost in like 4 minutes. My team wasn't prepared the way I should have been. So
stuff happens, man.
Just on me.
It'll be all right either way.
Yeah.
So that being said, next week, if I can find our schedule, because someone, not naming names, but somebody didn't pin it on the Discord. So let's see. Next week we have you playing Tofu, and myself. I am playing Jiggly Dreams.
So we're playing each other's opponents from last week.
Oh, did you play? I didn't realize you played Jiggly Dreams.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can help you with that matchup.
Okay. Really, really excited. I'm gonna be bringing a little more match coverage for next week.
If I don't lose in 3 minutes this time.
Well, hopefully not, man. And potentially going to be able to do some more of this as you all actually like seeing the post match commentary as doing the recap. If you all like actually what you see, go ahead and hit that like button, leave the comment down below. Really just help us know what you like. We have our Discord channel down in the description as well. Go ahead and join that. Join our community. It's fantastic. Our people are fantastic. I absolutely love every single one of them. Go ahead and leave us a comment on there as well. Hey, here's what's going on. Here's what I like. Here's what I think y'all can improve on. Just we're here to learn and to better ourselves and to provide good content. Yep. So that being said, we'll be back next week, everybody. Have a good one. Peace.